Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. It is the 14th of November. We're cruising through this month, and I believe we've got a week off next week. I don't know. That's exciting news. Dr. Nicholas Cox is joining me, our history department chair, and my co-host this morning. Nick, am I right? Are we off next week?
That's right. Thanksgiving holiday break is now a week-long holiday.
Boy, that's something. I know. Usually a lot of us will take off those extra few days. We don't have to do that now, thanks to our chancellor. We got the whole week off, and that starts next week. So we got a great show for you today and the rest of this week as well. We want to thank all of you watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every morning when HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m. And Nick, they can also find us in social media and on HCCTV as well.
That's right. And we're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay, Nick, stick around because you're going to be interviewing this next guest. Tiffanie Williams-Brooks is the Director of Children and Adolescent Services at the Harris Center for Mental Health and IDD Services. She's our Mental Health Monday guest. Good to see you, Tiffanie. Thanks for being here this morning. I think your mic is off.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good morning. So we're looking forward to hearing from you and everything you got going on. So we'll be talking with you in about 10 minutes. Stick around. I'll be with you shortly.
Will do.
All right. We're going to kick things off right now. It's registration time here at HCC. And as you know, we're all excited about everyone registering for the spring. And there's also some changes going on for the rest of the semester. To break it all down, Dr. Rima Adil, our Dean of Students for HCC's Northwest College, joins us right now. Rima, it's always good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Todd. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so there are some changes that students need to know about. Just if you can break it down, what's different right now as some students are registering for the spring semester?
So I think one thing that is actually it's not as different, but now moving from COVID and now transitioning into campus services, a lot of students wondered if the virtual services are still available. And it's surprising to see we still have almost about 50-50 split. So those are students who prefer to avail services virtually. There are about 50% of students that are taking advantage of that platform. So we have kind of institutionalized our virtual platforms and continue to provide the staffing there. And we are also available on campuses. So spring registration is started already. We are registering students early. This is the right time to register for classes because they can make the schedule as they prefer.
Right.
So I usually encourage all the students to register early.
So one thing that we want to clarify for students, because this is kind of a change, although we've done this virtually, but now that we're out of COVID, are the mini sessions. They're part of spring enrollment, but those will be held exclusively online. Is that correct?
So this time, yes, we are hearing that most of the classes are available online. The mini session is a very quick session.
Yep.
So those are students who are really ready for it and they can dedicate time, don't have a lot of personal and, family responsibilities. That makes a good fit for them to knock out a class or two. Sometimes we have international students. They have completed the classes previously, so they can come in and want to do as a refresher. That's a good opportunity for them as well.
And are all campuses offering these holiday classes, or are they all online? How does that work? If a student is going to, say, the Northwest College, they want to take a certain class, is that going to be available virtually?
So, Todd, we are hearing this time that the classes are available virtually.
Okay.
So it really does not matter. They just need to have the right equipment to be able to log in to the platform, and they should be fine.
So one thing that I know is a concern for many students when they're taking classes over the holiday break, when a lot of HCC is closed, will support services be available for these students?
So we have been providing the support services for the last 2 years in a row, virtual services. And this year, we also have plans to provide virtual services through the Zoom platform. Our students are very familiar how to log on to the Zoom platform, which is basically hccs.edu/virtual lobby. That's how they can log on to the virtual platform. The details have not been finalized yet, but we are currently working on it as we speak. In the past, we have held hours 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So it is still limited services, but there is something there. So for those students who are traveling and they will be out of the pocket in January, then it is a good time to plan ahead and register early. Those students who are taking classes over the winter break, if they need any support services, they can also receive support services through that platform.
So the main thing to keep in mind, if you're going to be taking classes through the holiday break and into the spring, whether HCC is officially closed or open, we'll always have the support services available for those students from what I'm hearing, right?
Absolutely. Other than the New Year's Eve and the Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to have some time off. Yeah, I know those folks are working hard and they got to have some time off. You've got a big Saturday registration fair coming up. Maybe you can tell us about that.
Yeah, the 2 Saturday registration dates we always hosted during peak registration. I'm going to give you the 2 Saturday dates, January 7th and January 14th. Those are our Saturday registration fair. Most of the major campuses are open. They offer services. Again, it's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. A lot of the time, students who have any last minute things that they need to iron out, they usually come avail those services. But those students who are working students and they cannot come during business hours, they also utilize those services and find them useful.
Are you finding that people are taking advantage of these Saturday registration fairs? I mean, obviously you got 2 of them planned, but I know we had them last semester or this current semester as well. How did those go?
So everything is not for everyone. Some people are planners. They plan things way in advance. Some people are, catchers. They catch things last minute.
Yeah.
So, yes. I would say that first Saturday is a little slow. Second Saturday usually of registration fair is a day actually 1 day before the school starts. So so it's kind of a little late into the game, but it is not to say that they cannot enroll. We always have a second start coming up. So Saturday registration brings a lot of value to those students who are unable to come during, Monday through Friday hours. Just come explore your opportunities. We are here. A lot of faculty comes out. We have information tables. Resources are available. Campus tours are available. It's a good environment. And, they can come and learn what are their options if they've been thinking about going to college.
I know it seems like a lot of our students wait to the last minute to register because of maybe payday or monetary situations, but we also offer payment plans for students. So if you want to register early, you would pay simply a portion instead of the whole amount of your tuition. Is that correct?
Yes, and I'm not the payment expert, but from what I know, they pay in 3 installments. So they pay some payment. Very minimum upfront, and then they pay in 3 installments once a month.
So the main thing is don't let it stop you from registering early, and you can avoid those crowds on that last weekend because it sounds like the last weekend gets packed right before classes start.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so if people want to get any information on registration, real quickly, can they stop by campuses pretty much anytime during our operational hours and talk with an advisor?
Yeah, during student services hours, they can come anytime. We have our virtual hours a little different than the campus hours. So whichever one works best for them. This information is also available through the virtual lobby webpage. They can get the information, what are our student services hours, and then decide whether they want to go to the campus or avail the services virtually.
Okay, some things are changing, so make sure you stay up to date with those. Go to hccs.edu/apply if you want to apply now. And now's a good time to register for next semester. Make sure you do it early. We'll help you out and get you registered. Dr. Rima Adil, Dean of Students of HCC's Northwest College, thanks for being here this morning.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I know my light went out. It's on automatic. So, but yeah, all good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Adil. Take care. Okay, we're going to turn things over, Nick, and you've got a special guest as well.
That's right. We're going to talk to Tiffanie Williams-Brooks. She is the Director of Children and Adolescent Services for the Harris Center for Mental Health and IDD Services, and our Mental Health Monday guest. Thanks for joining us, Tiffanie. I understand you have an event coming up at one of our HCC campuses. Before we get into that, though, tell us a little bit about the Harris Center.
Nick, thanks again for having me this morning. I'm so excited to be here. But the Harris Center, it is the local mental health authority. We're actually the largest behavioral and developmental disability care center in Texas. Our mission is to transform the lives of people with behavioral health and IDD needs. We're actually servicing over 90,000 clients, both adult clients, children, and adolescents here in Harris County.
Thank you. These last years have been very difficult for a lot of people. If someone needs help, who is eligible for your services and how do they access them?
Absolutely. The last 2 years have been overwhelming for many of our clients and families, specifically for children in this area. We have seen an increase in cases of anxiety, depression. It's been really tough for a lot of the families. Not only were they dealing with mental health issues, but they were dealing with some food disparity issues, financial issues. So we started to see an increase in the last year of clients coming in. If there are any families or children needing services here in Harris County, they can simply call our line, our 713-970-7000 line, option 2 for services. They can also walk in for services. We have a walk-in eligibility center here, or they can call for those services. We're actually located at 9401 Southwest Freeway here in Houston, and that zip code is 77074.
Great. We'll try and make sure we have links to that information in the show notes so people can find it after the show. What can you tell us about the newly planned Youth and Family Wellness Center?
Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. So earlier this year, we actually applied for ARPA funds, and we were excited and overwhelmed that we were awarded $10 million with the help of State Representative Symphonia Thompson. We were so excited about this. Our plans are to build a youth and family wellness center in the Northeast area. Actually, the address of that location will be at 7583 Little York Road. So the plans is to build a youth and family wellness center. We're going to serve children and families, but also seniors in that area. So we actually have a Northeast clinic now, but it's pretty small. So with these funds, we're going to be able to expand those services to people in that community. And we are excited about that opportunity.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. When do you guys expect to be open for the public to visit?
Well, we have to first construct that building, and it may take us maybe close to 2 years to do that. But in the meantime, we're going to continue servicing the clients in the Northeast area at our current location, which is the Northeast Clinic. But we're excited about the construction. We have been communicating and meeting and just planning this facility, but we're excited. But the most important thing is that we want to hear from the community. We want the community to let us know what they want to see at this facility, what services they want to provide. And that's that event that's coming up.
What are the most common type of services that the public might want to benefit from at a center like this? What would they come to receive help with?
Absolutely. So currently we provide behavioral health services such as case management, skills training, cognitive behavioral therapy, psychiatric services, nursing services. We also provide peer services and certified family partner services. At the new location, we are actually embracing a comprehensive, holistic approach to servicing our families. We will be providing primary care services, dental services. We're actually going to provide wraparound services along with the other behavioral services that I just listed. But there's going to be also dental and even a physical fitness center. And again, this is more comprehensive than what we've been providing at our outpatient clinics. That's why it's so important and so exciting for us to provide this to the community.
Okay, well, that sounds actually really wonderful. I do understand there's a town hall event at HCC's North Forest campus tomorrow evening. Tell me a little bit about what y'all are going to do tomorrow night at HCC.
Absolutely. This is so exciting because we have invited the community to participate. We're actually going to be at HCC from 6:30 to 8:30, and we're going to have our team to introduce themselves, and we're so happy that State Representative Thompson will also be in attendance with her team. We're going to have a couple of breakout sessions or some breakout sessions with the community to identify what they want to see in our new facility. We knew starting this project that we needed to have the community involvement, and this is our first step in getting the community to come to the table and letting us know what they want to see and what they want us to provide to them. So we are hoping that we have just a huge attendance tomorrow night so that we can hear from the community.
Well, I'm interested to hear more about the guest speaker, Senfronia Thompson. You mentioned her earlier as being a member of the state legislature who helped drive some of the funds to the creation of this new center. Tell me more about her involvement with your work.
Well, we have just been excited about this. She understands the importance of mental health awareness. She understands that in that part of town, in the northeast part of town, there hasn't been a lot of services provided and enough support for the families. So she understood that and she tapped into that. And because of her, we were awarded the funding. But she is with us every step of the way. I cannot wait to meet her in person tomorrow at this event along with her team. But we're so grateful for all that she's done for the Harris Center and for the community.
Well, I sincerely hope that attendance there at your town hall is large enough to celebrate this accomplishment, show some community gratitude to Representative Thompson, and also start building those connections to the community here. Thank you, Ms. Williams-Brooks, the Harris Center's Director of Children and Adolescent Services and our Mental Health Monday guest. We'll have your info in our post after the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nick. Thanks for having me again.
All right. Thank you both. We've got a couple of things to talk about before we wrap up today's show. Some announcements. First off, Northeast Student Exhibition is happening with awards and a reception. The in-person exhibition features the work of Northline art students. Also, juried awards will be given in drawing, painting, design, and digital media. That happens today through December the 5th. Of course, it's a free exhibition at HCC's Northeast Northline Gallery. Check them out. The reception and awards are Thursday, November 30th. It goes from 4 to 6 p.m. We'll remind you again before that happens. Registration's not required. Everyone is welcome. We'll put some information in our social media posts after the show. And we've got a class about being a civic trustee coming up.
That's right, Todd. HCC's community learning online workshops continue on Mondays, and they're offering a no-blame, problem-solving, government decision-making, and city leadership role class on how to become a civic trustee. These run from 9 to noon on Mondays all the way through December 12th, and these are virtual classes, so you would meet online. Check our post after the show for the link for more details.
Okay, have you ever gotten those emails from your bank, and it looks like it's from your bank, and it says click here, but you don't want to click there because if you look very closely, it's not from your bank. It's a phishing exercise. Well, you want to beware of cyber fraud, and you can learn all the ins and outs on how people are trying to steal our personal information. In recognition of International Fraud Awareness Week, we're having a lunch and learn workshop for HCC staff. You can learn define fraud, what that's all about, provide fraud statistics, help fraud risk, and assist in reporting possible fraud. This happens on WebEx Thursday, November 17th. It's this Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Rodney Nathan, our Associate Vice Chancellor of Talent Acquisition and Performance, will be the presenter. You'll want to check this out. Reservations are required. We'll have a link in our post after the show on how you can join them. And our financial aid office is going to be closed on Friday.
That's right. Students really need to know that if they need to speak to somebody at HCC within financial aid office, they really need to do that between now and Thursday. The department members are all going to attend a mandatory all-college meeting this Friday, so the office will be closed, and then we'll be on Thanksgiving break. So please, if you want to see financial aid in the days before, make arrangements for the spring semester or the winter break. Make sure you do that because the office will close on Friday and will reopen Monday, November 28th after the break.
Okay, so keep that in mind, students. And if you're also looking, speaking of financial aid, if you're looking for work-study opportunities, that's a great program. Eligible work-study students are encouraged to take advantage of this program. You can earn and learn. We hire a lot of work-study students here at HCCTV, and they're literally hired across the district. It's part of your financial aid. You don't have to pay it back. It's like going to a job, and you can earn some extra cash while you're attending college. We'll have a link in our post after the show because you can get on board with this, but you got to sign up. The positions are limited, and to get jobs with like places like HCCTV, we need to hear from you early. So make sure you do that. Okay, spring 2023 registration's open. I know, Nick, you guys are looking at getting those students in there.
That's right. And in the history department, I look at my numbers every day. This is just a reminder. I know we talk about this every week, but also Dean Adil mentioned it at the top of our interviews today. Spring semester enrollment is open. That includes the winter mini session that begins middle of December. And for me, those classes are already beginning to fill up pretty quick. But just a couple of reminders. HCC offers multiple spring sessions as well as that winter mini. The spring course schedule has an in-person and online courses with start dates in December, January, February, March, all the way out to April 2023. You can take classes online. You can take classes in person. Those in-person classes might be traditional, they might be hybrid, they might be laboratories. The online classes might be asynchronous, they might be on a schedule with virtual meetings. We also have hybrid labs, a little bit of both. Lots of modalities, lots of sessions. Spring enrollment is open.
That's right. So go to hccs.edu/apply. So Nick, let me ask you, because obviously, history is one of the core courses that people may want to take at HCC, especially if they're in from, say, Texas A&M and they need to get some extra credit hours. Those courses fill up pretty quickly, especially when they're the basic ones, right?
Well, I'll be really clear to you, Todd. Yeah, they do. They fill up quickly. If there is a professor or a time slot or a modality that is in high demand, the longer you wait to register, the less opportunity you'll have to take that class of your choice. But I do add sections as things fill. So we typically always have openings. Every session, every modality, we try to have openings available, but they may not be at the time, place, or professor of your choice if you wait.
Yeah. So make sure you register early. As Nick mentioned, they'll add extra sessions, but we've got to know the demand as we add those sections. Go to hccs.edu/apply today, and you can get all set for next semester. Hard to believe we're already talking spring 2023. Where did the year go, right?
It's been fast. It's been fast.
It certainly has. So, all right, tomorrow on the show, it's Tasty Tuesday, and we're going to take you out to Taos, New Mexico with a couple of guests. We'll also be focusing on National Native American Heritage Month. Later this week, we'll feature the president of Coleman College, Dr. Philip Nicotera, as well as HCC's Chief of Police. We'll have all of that here and more. Nick, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll see all of you tomorrow live, 10 a.m. right here for Up to the Minute.